All right, so here we are. This is what it's all about, the family tree of this particular family. So, all right, so we have Molina Familia, Stories in the Oral Tradition, Chapter 2, Our Family Tree. And this is an old painting or lithograph of Antigua back in the olden days. All right. Okay. So this is where we start. This is the site where I have been finding info of past ancestors, and it's called, as you guys can see up here, let's see if we can focus, Family Search. And this is what the tree looks like. Okay, you might recognize some names here, right? And so, yeah, for example, there is one of these, Lily and my dad, our parents are right here. Jorge Enrique Gomez and Liliana Molina, and here we are, guys. We would have to finish entering all this stuff because I just have my information. I don't have you guys' information, and you would put the children under the wife. There's an option to roll down and add children. So it's really very user-friendly, this website. And, you know, there's Eduardo Molina Vasquez. They're over here. I put in the pictures little by little, you know, that's how it's been working. And these are all, you know, connected. All of these people were all connected. Okay, so let me go to the next site. That's what we're gonna do. So that now you can see, for example, here we have Eduardo Molina Vasquez, Imelda Riveiro Escobar. And what I'm doing is I'm tracing the family backwards. And in this site, in this page, we have Imelda's ancestors, okay, up 2 generations. And with them, it's 3 generations. And then Wayo, Papa Wayo. So there's 2 generations after Papa Wayo, including Papa Wayo, we have 3 generations. So it gives you this information. Somebody's been keeping up. I put the pictures of both of these people when I first came to this site, looking up first him. I just got this part up here because Imelda wasn't in there. So I entered Imelda into this family tree, and all of this information was already in. Somebody had already put all of Imelda's info in. So if we look then, it's really interesting because we can look at, okay, Eduardo Molina Vasquez, 1898, okay? And then right above him is his father, Eduardo Molina Morales, and it gives you the dates. I wish it wasn't so. Sometimes this camera focuses really well, and sometimes it will not focus for the life of me. There. So he is 1873, 1913. This is really cool. They have a birth year and a death year. And they even have a marriage date, 26th of November, 1896. These are Eduardo Papawayo's parents. Now, Mario talks about these guys in the beginning of his book. So I have a lot of information to add the children there. See, children, they're always going to be in the women's, under the woman's name, okay? And the cool, well, not so cool, Victoria Vasquez, it doesn't have her maiden name. That's an issue. It really is nice to have a maiden name and to be able to put that in there and to have dates. We don't have a birth and a deceased date on here, so that needs to be fixed. So all I'm saying is that if you, any of you guys have this information, please, please let's put it in. Either you get into the website and log in and register. It's free. I haven't paid a single penny yet. Or you send me the info. Email me with the info and I'll be happy to put it in. Okay? Let's at least do that. Okay? Let's not be lazy about this. And then here is Papaguayo's grandfather, Francisco Molina Contreras and Jesus Maria. And we're going back 1847, 1852. And there's no information about, like I was telling you, Victoria's parents. There's nothing there. So Eduardo Molina Morales' parents are here. And this is Papaguayo's dad. His grandparents are here on his dad's side, but there's nothing on his mother's side. So that's what's going on with that part of the family tree. Okay, now with Imelda's, so 1863, there's no marriage date on this. We have no idea when these guys got married. We know it was 1917, but I don't know. You can click on her site and enter information in there, okay? So that's the deal. That's where the history gets a little bit more complete. Now her parents, Francisco de Sales Riveiro and Maria Josefa Anastasia. It's a great name. And I think her last name is, Escobar? Escobar. Okay, so now look at this. 1885 to 1938. Their marriage was November the 25th, 1890. Guatemala. Maria Josefa is 1860 until death. And that's it. That picture, our family has this picture. That's where our pictures, that's where these come from a picture where they're sitting together, an old black and white picture that my mom had in her files. Well, somebody in this family had the same picture because I did not put those pictures in there. So that's interesting to note. Now, his family, so like Francisco's, in other words, Imelda's grandparents are right here. Her grandparents on her father's side and her grandparents on her mother's side. Okay, so on her father's side we have Jose Francisco Riveiro Sierra, and we're going way back to 1823. They married in 1848. At least we have a marriage date for them. And then there is Mercedes Jacinto, no maiden name, but at least we have some dates, 1824, 1854. So she only 24, 34, 44, she was 30 years old when she died, so she was young. And these are Imelda's great-grandparents. And then down here on her mother's side, we have Jose Maria Escobar Mendoza, 1832, and Carmen Arandia. No information about her at all either. Have no clue. So that's kind of pretty much some of the basic stuff. This is very basic because if you look at these arrows, all of these arrows you see here, like there's no arrow here. That means we don't have any more information. This is as far as Victoria's family. I mean, we know about Victoria and that's all we know. We don't know anything else. So, and the same here. Like in this family, they have information on both. So if we click these arrows, the family tree goes even further beyond. So further on into the past. Like this one here. And so here, this is really interesting because this is the lineage on Papaguayo's side of the family, okay? And you can tell that there's a lot going on. As far as in the male tree of this family, it goes on way back to 1821. 1821, there was a Miguel Molina who marries a Dolores Contreras, who was born in 1826. There's no more information after that date. Now, they have a son. If you click on children, you will see this son, but that doesn't mean that they just had one son. It's more likely they had more than one child, but we don't know. Francisco Molina Contreras, 1847, marries Jesus Morales, 1852. Again, we don't have her maiden name, and she probably does have one child listed, which is Eduardo Molina Morales, Papaguayo's dad. And there we have the marriage information in Victoria Vasquez. Okay, now, under Victoria Vasquez, there's nothing. Okay, we have no information about Victoria or about, you know, Jesus or even Dolores. Okay, so his family goes way back to 1821 with a Miguel Molina. Okay, so that's in this website. Now, the cool thing about this website is that you can go in and explore what's going on with this website. Okay, so I don't know what else to tell you guys. Now, I do want to say that there are, aside from Imelda and Papaguayo, they're all interesting characters. The more information we have on them, the more interesting they become. So that's all I'm saying. So it would be nice to get more info. Now, you guys, let me go back to, okay, here is my email. Luki Gomez. Email, Lou Gomez, LUGOMEZ 53 at yahoo.com. Okay, my dear friends, my dear family, all of you, I love you all so much. Take good care, and we'll see you in the next chapter. Bye.